1968. The Vietnam War is raging, dividing America and the world. In the middle of this firestorm, Hollywood's biggest star, John Wayne, decides to make a movie. Not just any movie, but a full-throated patriotic defense of the war itself. The result? The Green Berets, one of the most controversial war films ever made. It was a film so pro-war that it felt like a direct response to the growing anti-war movement. Today, we're diving deep into this cinematic time capsule to understand what it was about, why it was made, and the legacy it left behind. The film opens not on a battlefield, but at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. A group of journalists, including the deeply skeptical George Beckworth, is invited to a presentation about the Special Forces, the Green Berets. The military's goal is clear: win the hearts and minds of the American public, starting with the press. Colonel Mike Kirby, played with unwavering conviction by John Wayne, lays out the U.S. government's domino theory argument. He explains that if South Vietnam falls to communism, the rest of Southeast Asia will follow. Beckworth isn't buying it. He questions the morality and necessity of American involvement, representing the voice of doubt that was growing louder across the nation. To truly understand, Colonel Kirby invites Beckworth to join him on a tour of duty in Vietnam. And this is where the movie shifts from a debate stage to a war zone. We're dropped into the heart of the conflict, following two distinct storylines. The first follows Colonel Kirby and his A-team as they work to defend a remote firebase, nicknamed Dodge City. The second follows Captain Nim and his team on a secret high-stakes mission. As Beckworth arrives in Vietnam, he's confronted with the brutal realities of war. He witnesses the Viet Cong's ruthless tactics firsthand. He sees villages terrorized, local leaders assassinated, and civilians caught in the crossfire. A key moment in his transformation is his encounter with a young Vietnamese war orphan named Hem Chonk. The boy's parents were killed by the Viet Cong, and he attaches himself to Sergeant Peterson, a cynical but kind-hearted Green Beret. Through Hem Chonk, Beckworth begins to see the conflict not as a political chess game, but as a human tragedy. The film makes its case by showing the enemy as monstrous and the American and South Vietnamese forces as protectors of the innocent. Back at Dodge City, Colonel Kirby's men are fortifying their position. It's a classic defend the fort scenario, reminiscent of the westerns John Wayne was famous for. We get to know the men of the A-team. There's Sergeant Muldoon, Kirby's loyal right-hand man, and Sergeant Peterson, the resourceful scavenger who liberates supplies for the base and for the local children he's befriended. The film portrays the Green Berets as the best of the best, brave, resourceful, and deeply committed to their mission and to helping the Vietnamese people. They build clinics, deliver babies, and share food, all while preparing for the inevitable enemy attack. Meanwhile, Captain Nim's mission is unfolding in the shadows. His objective is incredibly dangerous: to kidnap a high-ranking North Vietnamese general. This subplot showcases the clandestine, unconventional warfare tactics of the Special Forces. The operation is meticulously planned and executed with silent precision, involving infiltration deep behind enemy lines. It's a tense, action-packed sequence designed to highlight the elite skills and courage of the Green Berets. The film's climax arrives with a massive all-out assault on the Dodge City firebase. The Viet Cong and North Vietnamese army throw everything they have at the defenders. The battle is chaotic and brutal, a massive set piece with explosions, gunfire, and desperate hand-to-hand combat. The Green Berets fight with heroic determination, but the odds are overwhelming. The base is overrun in a vicious night battle. Colonel Kirby is forced to call in an airstrike directly on his own position to wipe out the enemy forces who have taken the camp. He and his surviving men manage to escape just in time, but the cost is immense. Many friends and comrades are lost, including the young orphan Hem Chonk's protector, Sergeant Peterson. In the aftermath of the battle, Kirby and his men retake the devastated firebase. The scene is one of somber reflection on the price of victory. Beckworth, the once cynical journalist, is now a changed man. He's seen the enemy's cruelty and the Americans' heroism. He picks up a discarded M16 rifle, symbolically joining the cause, and tells Kirby he finally understands why they have to fight. His conversion is complete. The kidnapping mission also reaches its conclusion. Captain Nim's team successfully captures the enemy general, but they suffer losses in the process. The captured general is then used as bait in a clever trap, leading to another successful operation for the Green Berets. This subplot reinforces the idea of American ingenuity and effectiveness against a cunning enemy. The film's final scene is perhaps its most famous and most poignant. Colonel Kirby finds the grieving orphan, Hamchunk, standing over Sergeant Peterson's grave. The boy asks Kirby what will happen to him now. In a moment of gentle compassion, Kirby places Peterson's green beret on the boy's head and tells him, "You're what this is all about." He takes the boy's hand, and they walk off together along the beach as the sun sets, a symbol of America's paternalistic promise to protect the future of South Vietnam. Released in 1968, The Green Berets was savaged by critics, who called it simplistic propaganda and a gross misrepresentation of a complex war. But it was a massive box office success. Audiences, particularly in Middle America, flocked to see John Wayne embody the patriotic spirit they felt was under attack. The film struck a chord with those who supported the war effort and felt their perspective was being ignored by Hollywood and the media. Looking back, The Green Berets is a fascinating historical document. It's a movie that doesn't just tell a story. It takes a firm, unapologetic political stand. It's as a window into the mindset of a significant portion of America during one of its most divisive periods. Whether you see it as patriotic heroism or dangerous propaganda, its impact is undeniable. It's a film that perfectly captures the clash of ideals that defined the Vietnam era, making it one of the most important and controversial war movies ever made. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into film history, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you next time.